Price moves up. Then it slows. It cannot move freely. This is where it looks stable. Look at April 13th Asia session. The session forms between March 17th U.S. lower boundary and February 4th U.S. mid boundary. Price sits inside that space. It moves up. It reaches the upper side. It reacts immediately. It pulls back, but it does not break lower. It holds near the mid. Now watch the next move. Price pushes again. It reaches the same level. It slows again. It looks like resistance, but it does not drop. It stays inside. This is the first shift. Price pulls back again. It drops slightly deeper, but it still holds. Then it moves up again. Same level, same hesitation, but the drop is smaller. Now reaction changes. Each pullback gets shorter. Each push holds longer. Distance begins to expand. This is where pressure builds. Price moves up. It reaches higher. It pauses again. Then it drops. But not far. It holds again. Now the pattern is clear. Push. Hold. Push again. Pull back. Shorter. Then push again. This is where the move forms. Now look closer. Price reaches the upper boundary. It reacts quickly. It drops again. This is the first trap. It looks like failure. It looks like rejection. It looks like the move is over. But it is not. Price holds above the mid. It does not collapse. It stabilizes again. Then it pushes again. Same level. Same reaction. Different result. Now it holds higher. This is where the move shifts. Distance increases. Pullbacks shrink. Continuation strengthens. Price moves up again. It reaches higher. It does not return fully. Now the move accelerates. It no longer returns to the mid. It holds above. It keeps pushing. Now momentum appears. But it started earlier. Inside the session. Inside the compression. Before the breakout. Now price continues. Push. Hold. Push again. Each move extends. Each pullback shortens. Each reaction weakens. This is no longer balance. This is expansion. Now the breakout becomes visible. But the move already started. Most traders enter here. But the real move started below. Inside the zone. Before the breakout. Before confirmation. Now the structure has shifted. Price is no longer contained. It moves freely upward. Distance expands faster. The move is active. And it started earlier. Price continues higher. But now it starts to change. It cannot extend as easily. Look at April 14th U.S. session. This session forms inside the February 4th box. It is compressed at the top. Price moves up. It reaches the upper boundary. It reacts immediately. It stalls. It cannot move freely. It pulls back. Then it tries again. Same level. Same test. Same hesitation. But now something shifts. The push is smaller. The reaction is faster. The drop is deeper. Now pressure changes. Price pushes again. It reaches the level. It fails again. Each attempt weakens. Each push goes up. But less distance. Less time. Each reaction comes faster. Stronger. More aggressive. Now the move tightens. Price moves up. It stalls immediately. It drops again. Then it moves up again. It reaches slightly lower. It fails earlier. Now repetition accelerates. Push. Fail. Drop. Push again. Fail again. drop again. Now the pattern is clear. Above, price cannot hold. Each move gets rejected faster. Each attempt gets pushed back. Now watch the next move. Price drops. It reaches the lower boundary. It pauses briefly. Then it breaks. This is where everything changes. The level that held before now fails immediately. Price tries to bounce. It moves up. It cannot hold. It drops again. Now every bounce fails. Price moves up. Short move. Fast failure. Price moves down. Longer move. Less resistance. Now the structure flips. Before, price could not go lower. Now, price cannot go higher. This is where most get trapped. They hold from below. They see the drop. They hesitate. Then it drops again. Now the move accelerates downward. Each bounce gets weaker. Each drop gets stronger. Each attempt fails earlier. Now pressure builds below. The move is no longer controlled. It is unstable. It is breaking. Now look at April 14th Asia session. Price is no longer trending. It is compressing again. The session forms at the lower boundary and overlaps with April 13th Asia midzone. This is a heavy overlap. Price moves up. It reaches the same level. It fails again. Then it drops. It reaches lower. It pauses briefly. Then it moves up again. Short move. Fast failure. Now compression builds. Each move is smaller. Each reaction is faster. Each attempt fails earlier. Now the pattern repeats. Up. Fail. Drop. Up again. Shorter move. Faster failure. Down again. Longer move. Less support. Now everything tightens. Price moves up. It cannot stay. It returns again. Price moves down. It pauses. Then continues. Now the structure is clear. Above, price cannot hold. Below, price keeps pressing. Now traders get trapped again. They see the bounce. They expect recovery. They enter late. Then it fails again. Now loss builds. Now hesitation builds. Now the move continues without them. This is where confusion happens. Because earlier, the move was up. Now, it is no longer holding. Now the only thing that matters is this. If price moves up, can it stay there? If not, it drops again. And now, it cannot stay. Every push fails. Every reaction is faster. Every move gets rejected. This is the same structure, just the opposite side. Before, price could not go lower. Now, price cannot go higher. Same trap. Same behavior. Different direction.